We had a dream for this channel sometime last year that we were going to have a whole year of Star Wars reviews. That we were going to be the place to go for reviews on Star Wars games. A whole year of Star Wars. Well, it didn't pan out exactly how we wanted it to with school and whatnot. But one game was Immortal Lock to get reviewed. That is the game I'm reviewing. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Once upon a time, there was this little studio named BioWare, who for a period of time went on a run that could almost be called Rare-like. They made the Baldur's Gate series, Neverwinter's Nights, Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, and Mass Effect. This game, to many people, could be considered the best out of all of those, and maybe the best BioWare has ever made. Let's see how it holds up though in 2015. While this game's story is considered one of the best Star Wars stories you can find, it, like many other stories now, doesn't technically matter. When Star Wars was acquired by Disney, shortly after they essentially wiped the expanded universe clean by saying only the movies are now canon. If you ask me, this is total bullshit, as none of this has ever been referenced in any movie made. So unless a movie or Disney approved book or game takes its place, I'm saying, why does it not exist? This is actually really interesting considering the MMO The Old Republic is still going, and as far as I know, that falls under the same BS as the other games, so whoops. Since the story in this game is so great though, I really don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just give the opening. Also, thanks to Apaka Ruff for the gameplay. For some reason, Shadowplay won't record this game for me, so his gameplay is what I'm showing. Go check out his channel. The story starts with your character waking up while your ship, the Endar Spire, is under attack from Sith forces. The pilot Karth Anasi guides you off the ship, and after getting off the ship and landing on the planet Taurus, you and Karth have to then try and find the Jedi who is on the Endar Spire, Bastila, and try and stop Darth Malak at the same time. One of the most defining parts of this RPG is how you can build your character. Your character can quite literally be pretty much anything in this game. You can be a light or dark Jedi, and can choose any force powers you want depending on your side, of course. You can choose many different feats and skills for your character and make him in basically any mold. Once you become a Jedi, you can make your own lightsaber and customize it to your liking. Hell, you can dual wield them as well, which I would show if my game loved me and would let me record it. The amount of customization in this game is flat out amazing, and it really makes me wish more games would do that style today. Since this was a Golden Age BioWare game, one of the biggest features in this game is how Dungeons and Dragons-ish it is. By that I mean your stats are in this game, but your feats and skills really determine how big of a badass you are. Your gear matters some too, but not nearly as much as in newer RPGs. This game is so D&D-ish that damn near everything you do is calculated by behind-the-scenes dice rolls. Here is where I start taking issue with some things in this game. If my skill is high enough to do something, I want to be able to do it. Persuade being a percentage is something I can deal with, but for opening a crate or unlocking a door, I just want to be able to do it. I don't want to fail and not be able to unlock it due to bad luck with freaking dice rolls.
Do it!
This stuff goes into combat as well. In combat, your force power's effectiveness is determined by dice rolls. If I use Stacy's on one of the Mandalorians on Dantooine, I very well can flat out fail on it because my magic dice roll was a bad roll, like a 5 or something. If I fail to execute Stacy's too many times, I will run out of power for a bit, but it won't even matter because these guys will kick my ass so hard that I'll be eating shit for breakfast. One other big thing with combat in this game is the pause feature, something that becomes a bit of the staple in the Mass Effect franchise. You can pause time and give orders to your party members, but it must be said this game is more like Dragon Age 2, where you can, by that I mean it's more like Dragon Age, not Dragon Age 2, thank God. It's more like Dragon Age, where you have a primary character, that is the one you made, but you can control any one you like. This pause feature really is something that takes a bit of getting used to if you're more accustomed to fast-paced live combat RPGs. Once you get the hang of it, you can really make great use of it to hammer enemies fast. One of my favorite things to do with this actually is use Stacy's several times with another character or two and just CC lock enemies. Sound-wise, damn near everything that is a sound effect is ripped right out of the movies, and that is something I love. It really gets you into the game and into the Star Wars universe. The music also is really good too, and you would think it was something from one of the movies, but it actually is all original. The voice acting for the most part is good, but some lesser characters really do not sound very good, so reading the lines that show up is actually something you'll do more often than not with them. Graphically speaking, this game is nothing to write home about. While I get that it's 12 years old, character models really do not look good. They are almost plastic looking in some ways, and really actually look jagged. The environments, believe it or not, actually hold up pretty well 12 years later, or at least in comparison to the characters they do. In conclusion, this game is flat out fantastic. While I take issue a bit with having D&D in my Star Wars RPG, I know I'm in the minority here. It is something that can be ignored for the most part, and hell, you can forget it's happening if you're actually getting good rolls. The customization though in this game is out of this world and really amazing. Add it all up, and you get one of the best RPGs ever made in a game for the ages. Now this is a game that needs an HD remastering. That's basically one of the only bad things about this game. Well folks, there you have it. Hopefully Matt will get his reviews done sooner rather than later, and we can still have a year of Star Wars. I, on the other hand, will be starting a new Let's Play next week. What game, you ask? Well, hopefully the third time is the charm for us, as I will be doing a Pokemon game. Pokemon Fire Red. I still will try to do a Smite video every week though, but since school's starting, who knows. Pokemon though will be happening. Thanks for watching.